Hello everybody at the school's history project TeachMeet, and hello to Nick as well. If you're hearing me, that means I've made it through the fruit machine. Just a little bit about me. I'm Kerry Turner. I teach history and ICT at Nottingham High School, and I'm really glad I've got this opportunity to share with you some of the tools and ideas which I've been using in my history classroom this year. One of the first tools that I use with students with Year 7s is Bubbler by Pim Pam Pum. Very simple little application based around a series of, or a whole lot of Flickr images which sit in a public bank, and the students are quite good at using this tool. It doesn't require a lot of explanation. You simply type into the tag section one of the key words. So when I'm doing defense and attack measures for castles, if I type in the word, or get them to type in these words, crenellation. Once I've typed in the tag, I can leave the user blank and I just click on go, and a whole series of images will pop up. I'm going to select an image. I can see if they've understood, because I can walk around while they're working in an IT room and see if they're choosing the right images. Also helps if they pull out one of these bubbles and they can just simply type in the keyword. I'll type in another one. Click on go. The images are really quite nice. They give students a very clear idea of what these things are. So you get different views on what they are and what they look like. Once they're done, they can click on publish. I tell students always to make sure that they use only their first name, first initial of their surname, probably even the school title in some shape or form, so that they can recognize or re-find their work again, and then give the title. Students had thoroughly enjoyed doing animation and ICT, and so they used an online animation program called Go Animate. Instead of writing a paragraph on the murder of Thomas Becket, the students were asked to produce an animation of the story. This is an excellent application for me to be able to assess whether students have understood what they're doing or not. You can see in this animation, this student has actually got Henry II and Thomas Becket sitting on a train, and starts off with the title, Once Upon a Time, Thomas Becket and Henry II were very good friends. A series of transitions in the animation showed that the boys actually understood all the bits of the story which go to make up the eventual murder in the cathedral. Enjoy the fact that the student here is able to show that Henry had a phenomenally bad temper as part of the cause of the murder. Showing the background to the murder in the cathedral is obviously really important, and this student here in his animation, as you can see, hasn't done that. Now that's really important, because when that becomes written up as a paragraph, this particular boy probably will have left that section out. So it's very important that they do see somebody else's work and realize what they have left out of their animation, which they're probably going to leave out of a written piece as well. Really enjoy the way the students produce their animations. Quite fun. I end up really laughing very loudly at what they do, and they put a lot of time and effort into it, and I don't know much about Go Animate. I just let the students get on with it, really. So a really fun application to use in class. VoiceThread is an excellent application which enables students to respond to a question, be it in the form of a cartoon or a PDF exam question, and then the responses can all be shared with the rest of the class. In this way, you're able to highlight which responses are creditworthy and which perhaps use a little bit more work. So you can get something really, really simple like this, and students can compare their work with something which is a very good piece of work. The whole point is that the students sign up to VoiceThread without using their real name. They can use a pseudonym as long as it's not ridiculous, and an image, and so nobody feels pressure or feels that they've been picked on if their piece of work is not as good as it should be. Year 8 students were asked to do a presentation piece on whether they thought Henry VIII had various strengths and weaknesses and was a good or a less than good king. One of the tools they like to use is an animation program called Extra Normal. The good thing about Extra Normal is that while they are developing a script, and they can have as many characters as they want in their script, and the dialogue that continues means that they can't really copy and paste huge chunks of text into the dialogue, and that they do have to understand what they're doing and how the events unfold in order to create a really good animation piece. A quick look at behind the scenes from Extra Normal will show you that you can allow the students to design their own scene with music and various characters, and then the dialogue is built up within the script here. And although it is possible to cut and paste various information, it doesn't make an easy flowing dialogue, so students tend not to do it. As with all of these online tools that are used for assessment or for production of work, most of them are showed back to the class so they can see what a good piece of work is. Even though students chose various animation or other programs to do their assessment of Henry VIII, the end result translated very well into a written piece overall. So this was a Go Animate one on Henry VIII, and equally students would do something in an application called Prezi, slightly different to something like Microsoft PowerPoint or just a straightforward Word document. Prezi could lend itself to a bit of copying and pasting, but certainly not a conclusion like this where they have to weigh up and make an assessment. We've been really keen to develop the empathy skills of our Year 8 students. So I've been working with the students on an application called Crazy Talk 5, and it's an animation program again which you work with, or the students work with. They create these points on a person's face around the eyes, the nose and the mouth. Our aim is to produce a speech from the point of view of a peasant, something really impassioned against the king and the first estate and against the payment of taxes. I think I might just have made the 7 minutes, so thanks everybody, and I hope you have a really good evening.